Hello everybody, it's Vinny, and welcome to another update on my D Hunter project. So in this update, I just wanted to tell you guys that I finally have it done. Well, at least a good portion of the beginning of the comic done, and I have it updated on Webtoons. So as you guys remember, ever since I started this YouTube channel, I've been working on my main comic, D Hunter, and it's a fantasy adventure. Of course, I've changed a bit of what it's about here and there, and the characters, which I do plan on doing a new character explain video. So this is just the first part of this chapter, which is like 12 pages, the first 12 pages of the first volume. And I wanted to release it in increments so you guys could see the story evolve better. I thought that would be a better way of doing it, instead of like dropping all 50 pages all at once. So in this update, I'll leave the link in the description where you guys could check it out, and you would see I put Dark Hunter instead of D Hunter. So instead of D Hunter, I have it listed as Dark Hunter. So you guys may not know this, but this was actually one of the original titles for the comic that I did. It was originally called Darkness Hunter, then turned into Dark Slayer, and then it went back to Dark Hunter, and then I thought Dark Hunter was a little bit weird, so I went to D Hunter because it sounded different. But I decided when I did this that I'll put the entire word, which represents D, which is dark, in the main title for Webtoons, because I thought it would be better instead of just putting D Hunter, because there's already a D type title comic out there already, and I didn't want to copy those books. So I put the full word, which is Dark Hunter. Once you come up to this page, you'll see the place where you could subscribe. I still have to put the URL copies and stuff, but little links so you guys could follow me on other places. Unfortunately, Webtoons, I'm still studying it, and from the looks of it, I can't really do much in terms of links on here, but I'll have to check it again on my main page. So I have the title here, and then I have a little bit of a bit of an explanation of what to expect. Really, it's pretty mainstream, but don't worry, I do plan on doing a lot of different story decisions that you guys might drift from the mainstream way of doing these types of fantasy type stories. And in the first chapter, it's going to just be more of an explanation of the world. In this case, where Cal lives, his hometown of Wave Island. So you're gonna get a little bit of an explanation, or rather of like a sense of his relationship with the world around him, from where he lives to the people who interact with his actions or look at his actions and how they feel about him. You'll see how he's treated and stuff, and how the town reacts to him in the beginning. So it's going, the framing, I'll have to admit, is a little bit slow in the beginning, but that's just to get you comfortable with the world, this new world, because it's a fantasy world. So I need more time to explain little shrivels of explanation. Though these situations is going to be just the beginning part, and then once the second part goes up, which I'm working on, I'm still inking, and I'm still toning. Once the second part goes up, and then it'll pretty much go into the main story plot for Cal. See why he's doing what he's doing, how he first meets the second character, the second side character, Lucian, which you guys might already know who he is. If you don't, just check my old videos. Just to say that if you go check the other videos for Lucian, just remember that it might not be 100% accurate as it is now. As I said, I've switched around. This is the 22nd draft I've done for this story, so things have been different since the beginning of that video that I released on the character explanations. So, as I was saying, once you get to this page, all you have to do is just click the first episode, and you'll get to the title. So this is the title. It's still D Hunter for the chapter art for the cover. The cover title for the story is still D Hunter, but how to get to this link, the full title is Dark Hunter. But this is like the main title for the book. This is the chapter cover. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I suggest you do. You should have seen this cover art already on my page. I'm trying to do more stuff on Instagram than I tend to do on YouTube because it's easier to show you guys content on Instagram, because this is more of a hands-on drawing and art type channel, and unfortunately I can't always be recording myself doing every little art that I am. Sometimes I'm working, and sometimes when I'm working I take breaks and I'm actually working on the books when I'm at work, so I can't really do a recording at work of my art, so of me drawing all this stuff. So unfortunately I couldn't show this as a YouTube video, but you know, this is what I have right now. This is like the first chapter. So this is going to be the cover art for pretty much all of them, all the entries, until I start the second chapter, which wouldn't be probably till way later in the year, because I'm still working on the first chapter pages and writing it out. Yeah, this is how the cover art looks like. So pretty much this is like the first part of the pages and stuff. You guys probably seen these. If you're following me on Instagram, you've probably seen like the first 5. I'm just going to be going through this quickly. So, you know, you've probably seen this too on my Instagram pages. So it's all here. Like, I hope you guys come to take a look, leave a comment on it, you know, like, subscribe to this profile pretty much, so you guys could get updates on the actual pages that are coming up. Unfortunately, as I said, I'm not going to be showing you everything, but this is pretty much just like the beginning part of the story to get you guys introduced a little bit to the world and how people react to my main character, to our main character that we're following here in the story, and to get like a bit of a sense of the world at large and how things more or less works would be like the first 13-14 pages of the story. Once we're past that point of introduction is when the real story begins. This is mostly a dark fantasy type story, so there's going to be a lot of adult themes in this book. It's going to be very cut and dry in the beginning because as I said, I'm just introducing you to the story and the world. But eventually it's going to get to a point where it gets to very serious concepts, real world concepts that we have here in the real world that I like to talk about, and I find them to be important to know. If you guys have already subscribed to another story of mine, which I'll actually show you, because I do have another story on my page here. As I said in another video, the last video I believe, I introduced you guys to another story, and the story is this right here called Vanguard. Now, if you guys, I suggest you guys come to read it, read the stories. This was actually originally supposed to be a submission to Saturday AM in their Saturday PM category, but as I said, I was never able to really do anything with them. So I decided to put it on Webtoons, and a lot of people, there seemed to be a very positive reaction to it, and I do plan on continuing it. And actually, the next pages that I'll be working on will be for Vanguard. So unfortunately, after this video, D Hunter will go on a little hiatus, so I could work on the pages for Vanguard. And because I already have like the next couple of pages complete for D Hunter, and Vanguard is already pretty much ready to start drawing out the pages. So I'm gonna start drawing out the pages for this, ink them and all that stuff, and put it up on Webtoons as soon as possible. So yeah, you guys could check it out. And then this is a little bit more serious. This is a little bit more heavy material. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry that it's been a while. I've been working a lot on different work here and there, and my own personal stuff. So I hope you guys like what you see. Please subscribe to my Webtoons profile that I'll leave in the description. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps the project grow and lets me work a little bit more on these videos. Like, share these videos, and thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next update. See you then.